What's up, people? Welcome back to Uncensored Minds. This is episode 166. This is not the Coddlecast. This is not the Pacified
This
Cast.
nigga say this shit every time. Let's get right into it.
I gotta explain. I gotta hit him with the tagline so people be in their feelings.
Do
Man.
they?
Yeah, people be seriously in their
Me
feelings.
out there.
I'm telling you, you don't understand. I hear this probably every other day, but I heard you said.
Wow.
Like, I can't even pod on the show, dog. I can't even pod because I heard you said. Like, what? Relax. I'm not talking about you. Everything ain't about you. Like, if you have sensitive ears, please exit stage left. This is not Good Morning America. We're going to speak some things might tickle your fancy. We're going to laugh. We're going to cry. We're going to have a good time, man. How y'all feeling, man? How y'all feeling? How was y'all week so far since the week about to wrap up? We due for a snowstorm. How y'all feeling?
Well, the first snowstorm, which was what, Monday?
Yeah, Monday on my birthday.
I hated it.
Hated it.
Hated it. And it's still lingering. Today's Thursday. And then we get another one tomorrow. I ain't got time for it.
Too much. I'm over it.
All right, so we're dealing with a snowstorm. Let us know in the chat and in the comments what's going on in y'all life. Is everybody okay? Does anybody need anything to vent on, speak on, address? Anything of the above nature, man. Before we get into the icebreaker, does anybody have anything that they need to get off their chest first?
I got a lot to get off my chest, but I'd rather not. I'm just going to chill. I ain't saying shit.
Good.
All right. I wish I was sitting over there. I would be passing Peter back and forth between the both of them. But we will proceed. We'll move on, man. So the icebreaker, Nell, this is your baby. What is it? What we doing? What's the hair preference? It was Nell's hair preference.
So Nell's hair preference. I came across a video today on Instagram, and there was a few gentlemen on there discussing their preferences with hair, and I thought it was real telling because ladies, this is not more or less so to control you. Just letting you know our likes. You got guys that have different flavors. I'm sure T got a different flavor than I got a different flavor. So this video right here is going to show you with some of the preferences that men actually prefer when, on a ladies or someone that they're interested in.
All right, we're going to play the video, and then we'll come back and we'll let y'all know, where our personal preferences is. And y'all put y'all's in the chat and in the comments as well.
Your favorite hairstyle on black women?
The braids, like the two
cornrows.
braids that come out. Yeah, I don't see it a lot no more. But when you get that washing set and you got like your pins and you got like the hair.
Yeah. Oh nah.
So I like the fro, of course. I like the bun when it's get. You know what I mean? I like the natural shit, man. Whatever y'all do with it, I like it. I love it.
And my lady, I like when she just have it out, mostly like the curly puff.
The fro?
Yeah, the fro. I like some women with the short bobs. Some
Nia
women, yeah, that's what I'm talking. Nia
You
Long.
should've said it.
I love
Yeah,
Nia
like-
Long. That's the one lady that my lady will let me try to holler at.
I'm not gonna lie, I love locks on black women. Like that
Okay.
to me is just like my weakness. Braids, obviously, but not the gel braids. Like,
Not the Meek Mills. Not the
Meek Mills. Like y'all said, the afro, like
for
the
sure,
curly,
yeah.
natural curly hair. Like you said, that short hairstyle. Like you have to have a certain face build, like to kind of pull that style.
You have to have a
off.
nice
Like,
smile, I think. I do the ponytail too. The ponytail.
I appreciate the ponytail. I just love the natural hair on black women. That's my weakness.
Okay, Nell, do you want to go first?
Yeah, so Ish. No, I'm like the third guy. My preference, I love the lock look. So those are the faux locks or even real locks, and braids. Okay. That's my look. I even like Ish hairstyle, the long natural or whatever the case may be. That's my preference.
All right, I want to go the natural ponytail, or second runner-up would be braids, whether that be the big thick braids or whether that be like the individuals or even the long braids down to your booty. I'm not mad at either one of those.
So let's stop there because I know we both like braids. Are you going with the braids, the cornrow braids that's braided to the back? Are they natural
I
hair?
could do that if you really remember we had this conversation. If if you're naturally beautiful, I can do the Meek Mill straight backs.
Okay.
It's not for everybody. Everybody can't pull that off though.
So, guys, let me ask y'all a question. Do you feel like a woman's hairstyle tells a lot about them and their personality or the type of woman they are? Or do you just truly attribute their hair to just style?
Sometimes it's a combination of both because sometimes like the girls with the curly fro, you could tell they're a little goofy. Most of the time they be a little goofy. The girls with the curly furrows. So in certain instances, like the short bald head chicks that Nell was talking about earlier, we'll let y'all know about that later. But the short bald head chicks, they're more the serious girls. Like they be about their business. Like it's not jokey joke time with them. So I think it does play in your personality, your hairstyle.
I'm a real visual kind of guy. I'm very visual, and I love everything about a woman. Plus, but one of the key aspects is I love, just the constant maintenance, keeping themselves together, and it doesn't always necessarily mean they always got to be in tip top shape. Like one of my favorite lines from rapper the Drake spit is,
Hey, sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on.
hair tied, makeup on, no makeup on, chilling. You know
Hair
what I
tie
mean?
chilling with no makeup on.
That's when you're the prettiest. I hope you don't take that wrong. Like I like that natural chill vibe, but I also can appreciate someone who goes out there, does their hair, keeps their hair
All
up.
right, this is where I want to call you out now. How do you feel about the extra weavy girls or the lace wigs or
Yeah,
regular
I'm not
wigs?
with that. Nell's not that. I'm not the wavy dude. You don't gotta have a wig down in your ass. The lace front. I don't need none of that. Like I'm cool with your natural look. I'm cool with your natural look. I take that over that unnatural, fake shit.
All right, how do you feel color wise?
I'm cool with the expressive colors, but my favorite colors are brown, black, probably that auburnish, reddish color or whatever. That's sexy to me because of the skin tones and vibes and shit like that.
Boy, oh boy, that red do something
One
to me.
color that burns my
That red do
fire
something
though,
to me.
scuffs my boots.
What's that?
It's that fucking blonde.
I'm not mad
I
at the
do
blonde.
not.
No, it's not for everybody though.
It's not for everybody.
Facts. That is true.
It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. Now you got some women who can hold it. Shout outs to you if you can. But I hate sometimes when I see our black women go get that blonde. They cut all their hair off and go get the blonde hair. Now if that's your style, please don't take it personally.
How do you feel color wise each? Because we don't really see you do a lot of color.
I was blind multiple times. But see, we had to remember, one, I can't get weave. It breaks out my scalp. I can't get braids. I've done that. It strips my hair. It breaks out my scalp. I have a very sensitive scalp. And my hair, even though it's strong, it doesn't do well or mix well with different hair, like the weave hair or the braid hair or whatever. So I was actually dyeing my hair, which anybody who knows the process of dyeing really strips your hair. You really have to maintain and upkeep your color because it can really strip and damage your hair if you don't take care of it. So I've done red, I've done blonde, I've done orange, and my hair always went through all these changes and shit. So I stopped doing it. So that's why you typically just see me with the black, because I don't want to go through that struggle of trying to get my hair back healthy. But I fucks with the color. I think it's so cool. I think it's dope. I think it really gives you an opportunity to be something different. Let a different portion of your personality shine. I do agree that, if you have a different color hair, that you going to rock out personality wise in a
Facts.
different manner.
Why you throwing
I'm
flags?
not
Yo?
throwing the flags on Ish. Please don't think. I'm throwing the flags on the motherfuckers with this baby hair. Like in 2024, we
Uh-oh,
need to
baby
stop
hair
the baby
time.
hair.
Here.
Please let it go. Like,
I'm not mad at the baby hair.
no, I hate the dumb baby hair that come all the way down the hair. Like, some of it is cool, cute, but when it started meeting with your eyebrows,
That's when you gotta stop. No, you know what? Like I don't like a little wisp here and there, like or whatever. But I be seeing people that be having it like across from the very tip of their
Exactly.
forehead,
exactly.
like
That's what I'm
all
talking
the way
about.
across.
The
And
wild out, the wild out.
sometimes it just does not look good.
All right, Ish, would you ever do the simple two braid, John?
I have. I've done the two braids. I've done the French braid. I've done the fishtail. I really like the braid. I just don't like my hair is so finicky. Like I'm not paying no shop $200 to just give me two braids, right? And then 3 days later, my hair is so soft it has come out the braids. Like I'm not doing that. And I don't have no.
All right, now how do you feel about the buns?
The who?
The buns. They got the bun on top of their head.
It's okay. It's okay. Like be expressive with yourself. Like express yourself through different hairstyles. Change it up. Do what you gotta do. Expression is always welcome and key. Live your best life.
Right.
Just please don't cut this shit off. I just don't. I just.
How I feel about the bald head, small heads. So shout out to the bald head, small heads. And how I feel about that is some girls got super big ass heads. So you might want to be mindful if you get a shortcut. It depends on your face, man. Your face gotta match it. Like if it don't look right with your face structure, or once again, the beauty. If you're not a certain type of beauty, it's not gonna fall. It's not gonna fall right with the shortcut. But your face structure, like how fat your face is, how long your face is, all these things play a part when you get the shortcut. So be mindful of that. Everybody can't pull it off.
If I met you, like, if I met you and you had a bald head,
I don't think I would ever talk to a girl if I seen her in the
What?
street with a bald head. Nope.
if I liked it, if I liked you, and something was about you that caught my eye, I would.
All right, so let's play this out. Who got a bald head right now? Like, what girl got a bald head? Like,
Doja Cat.
I love Doja.
I don't.
I love Doja, but I don't love Doja with the bald head.
Right.
Oh, I love Doja.
Jada. Pinkett.
Jada, no. Old Jada, yeah. New Jada, no.
Oh, Jada, yeah, new Jada now. Who else got a
How you feel about Jada? No, would you talk to her? You just said if I liked her.
It's too thin.
She too thin.
Yeah, she
Okay,
too thin. I definitely need a girl with some.
but that's what I'm saying. I don't really think that the thick girls look right with the bald heads.
How about Amber? How about Amber Rose?
Amber Rose.
I love Amber.
Amber Rose is an exception to the rule.
True.
Because she's thick.
But you know why that is? Because she's super beautiful.
But if I come up on a woman that I see with that and I knowing what my preference is, that means she's beautiful to me.
Okay.
If I see a bald head junk, 'cause I don't like, I would. That's not my go-to. But you would have to really catch my eye for me to really like. I can do this.
Right. It's weird. It's weird to me because you know how you like hugging her or whatever, and you. I'm supposed to cuff the back of your bald head.
You can run.
this what you want me to do?
No,
Look now. Imagine if I'm like trying to rub my hands. You know how you run your hands through a girl hair and shit. She bald headed. I'm like, I feel like rubbing my head, like I'm rubbing a nigga head.
at least you ain't gotta worry about no hair follicles in the bathroom.
I'll take the sacrifice.
I take the but no, but if I come up on
You
a
gotta worry
joint,
about her using your brush though.
Right. Facts. Yeah. It gotta be a special occasion. If I seen, yeah, you gotta be Amber Rose pretty. with a bald head. If I just seen you on the street walking, you can't be average, and I'm gonna talk to you. It ain't
So in
gonna.
the past 5 years, I would say this has now become a trend.
What, the bald head small head?
Not the small head, the locks. We're
Okay.
starting to see a lot more of our black women lock their hair.
I think
It's
that's
usually been
laziness.
a thing of the past.
I think that's laziness.
It used to be kind of looked upon as quote unquote a dirty look, but that has definitely changed.
Yeah, I don't think it's lazy. I mean, I don't think it's dirty. I think it's lazy.
You think it's lazy?
Yeah.
Really?
I think a lot of girls are getting their hair locked because they tired of getting their hair done, whatever. And so they just be like, fuck it, I'm going to just get my hair locked.
Ladies, I would love for y'all to chime in on this. Those that have their hair locked, why?
Since you being a woman, how does...
Why did you get your hair locked?
Yeah,
what was the purpose behind it?
how do the women that you know speak about getting their hair locked? Like, what is their reasoning and all that?
Yeah, my cousin, she had locks for about 5 years. She finally got rid of them. She had blonde locks. Loved them to death, but the main reason that she got them so that she didn't have to do much.
Right.
Yep.
That's what I said. It's lazy.
She was one that rocked the bald head for a long time. She let it grow out. She let it grow into locks. And that was easy for her maintenance wise. Didn't have to do much.
But a lot of them now have high maintenances with them. That you see them going to the locticians and getting them done on a regular basis, refreshing them. And
Right, but that's not like...
Don't have to do nothing every morning or once a week.
Yeah.
So if they go to the electricians or whatever and they go, it's
like
normally once every month. Or
Yeah,
once
that's like
every
what-
2
yeah, that's
months.
like
They
once every
touch
couple
up
months.
or retwisted or
Right.
relocked or however they do it, washed and whatever. But it's not the everyday maintenance. Whereas sometimes y'all see my shit, it'd be like after 3 days, this shit's stringy. It's in a ponytail. Y'all might see me with a bun. Then I'm going to throw a ponytail in real quick.
Yo,
Because I don't be wanting to do this shit.
for those that got the locks in their hair, why did y'all get them? What was the purpose behind them? Was it for the word lazy, where you just tired of just getting up doing your hair every day, or tired of worrying about it, and you just said, okay, let's go this route? Or was it the combination of it's fashionable now?
Right. Yeah, it's definitely a fashionable phase right now. It's definitely a fashionable phase right now. Now, have you ever seen somebody with the dirty locks?
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the dirty locks. Dirty locks. But, to each his own. Shout out to those that keep theirs up.
Yeah, shout out to those that keep theirs up.
When y'all say dirty locks, y'all mean the look, like you can actually see like
Right.
the dust and all that kind of stuff.
It means like you,
Overgrowing.
yeah, like they didn't take care. Like you still, it's not the same maintenance, the everyday maintenance, but you still gotta maintain your locks. So some people don't maintain their locks.
Locks, got it.
They just let the shit be, and then that's where you get the dirty locks.
Now, are those the real ones, though? Like, because you got some people that
Fake locks.
Not the fake ones.
Are they fake into it?
Yeah, you got the ones that's fake into who's always possibly getting theirs done.
Right.
But then you got the ones that just, is just into that lifestyle and just is rocking just because that's their choice. I see a lot of people that don't typically take care of them that much.
Right.
Really into it.
Right.
And the ones that are constantly getting them done, it seems like, yeah, they're into it, but they're into it because of the look.
Right.
They want to maintain that look of it being fresh and hip and always done.
I don't know. It's tricky. I'll be like, it's not a go-to for me. Like, I could take it or leave it.
What's your thoughts on smelly hair, sweaty, smelly hair?
I don't like it.
As a man laying next to a woman.
Yeah, I don't like it because I'm a touchy feely kind of person. So I'll be close. I'm normally always close to you. So if you got the smelly hair and I roll over, like, you fucking up the vibe.
I don't do too well with smells.
As you stated on previous episodes.
Smells really, really bother me. It really bothers me physically. Mentally, it's mental as well. But I don't come across that. I don't put it in jail.
How do you feel, Ish? How do you feel about a male who doesn't take care of his hair?
Ooh. I mean, it's just like, ugh, you look grungy. You look, like it smells too. Like, I don't want to say men sweat more than women, but typically it's a possibility that is true. Like, so if you're not washing your hair for 3 weeks or once a month, like it's possible that I'm gonna smell it. And I am one that likes to be close and intimate as well, like in your face. So I'm gonna smell your hair, I'm gonna smell your beard or whatever. If you're not maintaining and upkeeping it, like that's a turn off in a sense.
I ain't mad at that. All right, people. That was our icebreaker for today. This is Nell's
Are we
preference.
still standing on beauty is beauty and no inner beauty and beauty not real? Like,
And listen,
what we doing?
I don't know if y'all saw Game 7 earlier, but y'all could clearly see my brother was like, "We're adults. Let's be honest."
I just want to know where we stand with the beauty, inner and outer, and on top. I swear, this podcast is crazy.
Bullshit. There's a difference. There's a difference. All right, people. Let's move on. The first topic we'll get into is going to be who are you calling back? So who are these names now?
All right. So there was a poll that was put out there, again on Instagram, and it goes, who you calling back first? And the names are dad and mom. So just to give you a brief background on help you understand this. So all of them have been calling your phone. You have missed calls from everybody on here, more than 5 missed calls in a row, right? So who are you calling back first? Dad/mom, your sibling, your boss, your bae, or your friend. So all of them have been calling your phone for the past hour, back to back to back to back. Now you have to decide. Now, when you pick up your phone and you see from whatever you were doing, who are you calling back first?
Is there a texting option?
Who are you calling back first?
Yeesh, you can go first because I
Yeah.
get in trouble.
I'm calling back my mama first, for sure, and then it would be my significant other, my whatever, then down the road like that, mom, significant other, friends, relatives, boss, relatives.
Where does your kid play? Where does your kid fit?
Did you say kid?
No, but we're gonna add.
Where your kid play, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Mom, kid, significant other, boss, friends.
So mom over kid.
Mom over kid. I'm sorry. Kid is a nigga. He'll be alright.
Yeesh, no. What's your answer?
Mine is actually significant other, then my boss, then my mom. Why? Because my mother is very understanding. She's just like, you call me back whenever you get an opportunity. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Long as that phone ringing you and I see it on the other end, I know you ain't dead, so whatever. But I don't know if my significant other is going to be as understanding.
Yeah, they're not.
If she's been calling me for 50,000 times and I haven't answered within that hour, I need to call her back to see exactly what's going on, what's up, what you need,
Facts.
cool, whatever. My boss, because that's my job, naturally, them calling back to back mean they need me for something. And then everybody else falls into place.
All right, people. I'm not calling nobody. I'm sorry. I'm not calling nobody because what the fuck you want? Like, I'm not calling nobody. Like, what
You
you
just want the text? You waiting for the text to come
Yeah, I'm waiting
through?
on the text to come through to tell me what you wanted, or at least a voicemail. Something. I know people don't leave voicemails no more, but you can leave me a voicemail.
Really?
You can leave me a voicemail. Tell me what you want before I call you back. Because a lot more times than not, people don't call you for emergencies. They call you to bullshit. And I'm not the call for bullshit person. I'm busy. So if you want something, just text me what you want or leave me a message. Or if it's an emergency, that's the main time I think you should say, yo, it's an emergency. Call me back. Then I'm going to call you back. If you don't say that, then I'm not going to deem it as an emergency. Even when it be the girl nagging you, calling you like 4 or 5 times in a row.
It don't be important.
Yeah. It don't be important.
So that's what I was getting ready to say. Like, typically, will your mothers call you like say 5 or 6 times in a row for nothing. Like
Yeah, see, my
typically,
mom's
don't
not
you
gonna
think
do that.
when they
That's
call,
an issue.
it's an issue,
Yeah,
right?
that means it's something.
Right.
It's
See,
something.
even if it's an emergency, my mom's not gonna call me 4 or 5 times. My mom will call me one time, and she's gonna leave a message.
Yeah, my mom is going to call me once. If she does call me twice, she'll just then text me and say, "Give me a
Right.
call. Call me when you can."
Right.
Yeah.
But I do know that this is an issue with women who they don't like to be left
Or red.
on red.
They don't like to be. Not
They don't like. They don't.
answered
Yeah.
the
They
first
don't
two
like. You gotta.
rings.
Yeah. So
What you doing? Why you didn't answer the phone?
that is something that I'm cognizant of, and I'm working on my responses. Because even though I know you don't want shit, I know it's going to be a bigger issue just because there wasn't a response. So that's something that I'm working on.
I'm cool with the text. I'm cool with just the normal generalized text. But if you want to talk to me about something, I hate being talked to through text.
I don't.
I'd rather if you want to talk to me about something important, call me. Like if you want to discuss something with me, call me. Don't discuss something through me.
I'm more of an in
Because I'm
person.
not reading that whole paragraph. I'm
I'm
reading
not
the
reading
first
that whole
two lines and
paragraph.
probably the last one.
I'm an in person kind of person.
Yeah, I like to hear you tell me what you got to tell me instead of me having to read it because I'm interpreting.
Yeah, you're
that.
taking that out of context.
Absolutely, and I know how I can get,
Right.
and I know it might not even been meant like that.
Right.
Plus, I don't got time to read a novel in a text message. Like, save me that. Just call me and tell me that.
That's a fact. Yeah, I would rather do the conversation in person, but I'll take the text over the phone call. Only because I don't like certain tones. Like I don't like certain tones. I don't like certain words. Like I can handle it. I could handle it in a text. If you say it to me,
You can't do it.
no, no.
That be my problem
explode.
too.
Text
That's
that
why I
be
like
right
to
the fuck
text
off.
sometimes, especially when I'm expressing myself. One, y'all know I be overthinking shit like way too much, especially when I talk. So I can go in circles sometimes. So sometimes it's easier because I don't want to have to come off a certain way. I don't want to come across, you know what I mean, in the tones because I can do the tones very well.
Right.
So sometimes it's easier by text message. So that's why sometimes it be long now.
Yeah, I think it's easier by.
You having to get out a lot.
Yeah, I think it's easier.
told
I
me
think
a
it's
long time
easier.
ago.
I think it's easier in text message because if it's an emergency, you can quickly say what the emergency
911.
is, and then I'm gonna respond.
Yeah.
My lawyer told me I'm
That's
a fact. That's a fact.
phone and tell them you're gonna kill them and knock their fucking head off their shoulder.
That's a
Don't
fact.
do it.
Nobody can hold you. Nobody
Facts.
can hold you
Good
to that.
advice.
You know.
That's a
Good
fact.
advice.
Don't
We
text
get that
that.
advice all the time.
Don't text it.
But if I did do a priority list, my priority list is gonna be significant other first. See how I fooled y'all? Y'all wouldn't think that I would pick that. Significant other would be first. Kid would be second. Mom would be third. Friends, and then family. Because I think I'm closer with my friends than my family. Sorry.
I'm gonna tell y'all honestly, this nigga never returns my fucking calls. I call this nigga,
Because what you want?
and then he'll text me back 5 minutes.
I
You
definitely
cool?
will.
I've been cool with it.
I definitely will do that.
Then I be like, all right, let me just hit the nigga. I'm like, yo, I need
Right.
that third or yo, da da da.
So what does it say about me that I don't put my significant other like first?
It says that your significant other is not high on your list right now.
On your list.
Right.
I think for us men though, we just so trained now
Right.
that we have to entertain that
Right.
because it could be smoke behind that.
Right.
We don't. So we know our parent ain't gonna give us no smoke. If anything, they calling us to tell us they need us to do something or is an issue.
No, I think my significant other is my number one priority. See, fooled y'all again. See, y'all think. See?
Absolutely. At this point in life,
Right.
my significant, I don't have children, so my significant other is my only priority.
My children are grown, so
Right.
if my children were younger, then it would be different. My children are grown now, so my significant other is higher than my children.
Yeah.
Maybe
There's
because
definitely a priority. It's my number one priority. Then it comes everything after that, and my mother knows that. My job doesn't know that because you don't give a fuck. But
All right, but that isn't a strike against you, no. The reason because that's hilarious. But the reason why I do that is because I seem to be ended up getting trapped on the phone with people. Like they would be have me on the phone for fucking half an hour and shit. Like nigga, what did you what?
yeah, I never said in the butt, yo. We good?
Right. I be getting trapped on the phone, so I don't like answering. I don't like answering my phone, period, because I know
Now,
I end up getting
what
trapped.
burns y'all?
Even with my mama.
What burns the roof of your mouth more? A phone call or a FaceTime call?
Don't FaceTime call me unless you naked or something.
You hate random FaceTime.
Yeah, don't random
Out the
FaceTime me.
blue instead of just calling your phone.
Facts.
None of that.
Facts.
What's your Ish?
I don't know. Don't nobody really call. So I don't know. FaceTimes would bother me if you just like randomly FaceTime me, but it wouldn't bother me if I wanted to talk to you, like, or if I'm excited to talk to you, like somebody I really fuck with. That wouldn't bother me, but just like somebody that I know, like, and you FaceTiming me, ew.
No, because what if I'm taking a shit or something? you FaceTime me, I'm taking a shit. Am I supposed to answer it?
Nah, just wait
Nah, just
till she got the
wait.
toilet and then she'll call me back.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, just text me or call me first. Like, I would rather the text, like, whatever it is, text me first and then say, yo, I need you to call me, or say, I'm about to FaceTime you. Is it cool? Whatever. I need the warning or the initial thing first before you just come through my phone. Like,
I don't care. You can FaceTime me. You can FaceTime me. I don't care. Yeah. I'm cool with it. Like, I invite the phone call.
I don't like the
tell
pop-up
motherfuckers,
shit.
Call me.
Yeah.
Call me. I don't got time for the sense.
So
And we could
if
set
it's
special
two
windows or
two in the morning, you gotta get up at 6. You just want the call to come through.
If you call me 2:00 in the morning, I'm not answering.
That's
I'm
what I'm
asleep.
saying.
Right.
Like I
And I'll be
literally
up.
sleep. You up?
Right.
I'm not. Like 2:00 in the morning. If somebody calls me and they expect to talk to me at 2:00 in the morning, they're going to not get through. Not saying that I'm cutting my phone off. I don't cut my phone off. But for the most part, you have to. I literally have to be up for me to answer my phone because I'm dead to the world at 2:00 in the morning.
How you feel
4 hours, I
about
gotta
how you
get
feel
my
about
ass
that
up.
2 in the morning call, Ish?
Yeah, for my person, I'm cool with it.
What they saying at 2:00? What can you?
No, they just want to talk.
I miss you. I want. What's
Yeah, they just wanna
I know
talk.
you sleep, but come on, like let's fall asleep on the phone together. or some
See,
shit.
I ain't doing that. I'm not
Call
12.
or whatever, and then we fall asleep on the phone.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not 12.
No, but I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm good.
That's what's up, Ish.
The 2 in the morning, John. Yeah, text me first, man. Sorry, everything is text me first. Everything. Text me first. Even my kids. I tell my kids. Even with my kids, I'm like, text me first.
If I up and if I answer, I'm up. If I'm not, I'm dead.
Right.
I don't hear nothing either. Like I don't hear anything.
So other than
neither.
other than two
Yeah.
other than 2 in the morning, what's the worst time to call y'all?
There's
Yeah,
no
like
other time.
first thing.
And I tell people that all the time because I hate the excuse of, oh, you're at work. But I gave you my phone number for a reason. I didn't give you my phone number with restrictions. So call me. If I can't talk, I know how to say I can't talk. I'll call you back. Right. There's no time that is a bad time for me. Because if I want to answer the phone, I'm gonna answer. If I can't, I won't. But I'll call you back or whatever.
See, I'm not a morning person, so don't call my phone early in the morning.
Yeah, that's enough.
Really?
And I'm a morning person, but I don't want to talk to you
Fact.
first thing in the morning, like as soon as I'm getting up and getting my bearings, because 9 times out of 10, I'm doing 9,000 things to get myself situated. So no, I don't, and I'm a morning person, but don't fucking call me that early.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I'm gathering myself. Don't call me before 10 a.m. at least.
10 a.m.
Yeah, don't call me
I already
before 10 a.m. at
done
least.
did 18 things at work by today.
Yeah.
I don't mind. Call my phone.
I'm good.
Don't call me
We
at
ain't
2 o'clock
doing
in
that.
the morning expecting me to hold a conversation because I can't even keep my eyes open.
Right.
No, if you had a kid, would your kid be higher than your significant other? Not a little kid, but a grown-up kid. like a teen to grown?
Equal.
Okay, I ain't mad at that.
Equal. A significant other is really, really important.
Facts. See how we put y'all first, ladies? Y'all need to give us some love. Show us some love.
And we don't get that importance still.
But no,
I guarantee you we not high on the motherfucking list. Over your
Facts.
children, they not putting us over their kids.
Facts.
And I'm not even ever asking to be put over your kids.
You could put me over that snotty nosed little bastard.
They not putting us over their kids.
Right.
Or not even putting us equal with their kids.
Facts.
We're definitely a lot below that.
Yeah, and I think too, maybe for me it would be a little different if my mom wasn't so sick right now. Like I think that is just like prevalent in my mind because it's just like I'm literally like checking my phone every second of the day recently. You know what I mean? So that's definitely in my mind. I'm calling her back first. So maybe
crazy.
5 years ago it might not have been that. Like my significant other might have been there.
That's crazy
You know what
that
I
you
mean?
say that because whenever my phone rings from my dad, I'm answering a lot more faster
Right.
than if I answer the phone from my mom.
Thanks.
Cause my mom is cool, like I know she
Right.
cool, so she only gonna be like, I'm just calling to see what you was up to, make sure you was cool, whatever. My dad called. I don't know if he calling like, yo, I need to go to the hospital, yo, I'm not feeling well, yo, whatever. It's a little bit more heightened sense of urgency when his calls come through.
See, my mom will
Mom, I
call
love
me.
you though, mom.
My mom will call me at 11 p.m. tonight and be like, I need to go to the store in the morning. I'm like, yo, where? like,
She playing.
That's what moms do, cause I be like, my mom just
can you give me some notice though? Like,
my mom might not ask that. My mom might not ask me to do anything, but my mom will like call me and be like, yo, do you need money? Mom, I'm 43 years old. I'm cool. You sure? Do you need groceries? I'm good, mom. Cool. All right.
let me tell you. I mean, before we move on to the next topic, let me see if this would make you mad, Ish. So when I was like deeply involved, my mom would like send me home with groceries and be like, I just want to make sure you're good. And then the girl would get mad. I'm like, what the fuck she think y'all take care of you? Fuck you think I don't feed you?
Oh, bye. Bye. How you get mad?
That's mom.
Yeah, that's mom. That's always gonna be mom. Like no matter how until you 80 something, she gonna make sure you cool. Just go with the flow. Like
No,
sis be
girls don't
happy
like
that
that
his
shit.
mom care enough and that he has an amazing relationship with his mother that is happening, you know, and not take offense to it.
They don't like that shit. They want to be number one. To
I
say
be
we
like,
made them
"Thanks,
number one,
mama." I be like,
and they
"Tell
want
your
to be
mama
number
I
one.
said-"
All right, so people in the comments, who you calling back first? Are you calling back your parent? Are you calling back your significant other, your boss,
Kid,
your kid, your friend, or your family?
right?
Who you calling back first? So we want to hear it. We want to hear y'all responses.
Facts. All right, each let's walk down this Pandora's box. Let's walk down the Pandora's box. What's up?
Yes. So there has been within this past week a video circulating on the socials where a young man was super excited and recorded a 1 month video of before he was getting ready to propose to his girlfriend, and he was super excited and would flash the ring ever so often throughout this video. The ring just so happened to be from Pandora. And when it came down to it, he proposed to her in a restaurant with roses and a lovely Pandora ring. And it had the social up in arms.
All right, let's tell the people like where does Pandora sit on the tier list? Like, is it like we got Tiffany's, we got what is it like regular jewelry stores? You have other things like Zell's. Where does Pandora sit in the tier?
So, I mean, Pandora would not be at the bottom of the tier, but it would be somewhere, not even really in the middle. It's kind of like maybe right underneath the middle. It is high in jewelry that the gems and the stones are not real, but the silver is real or the gold is real. So, you
So
can
the
buy it.
band is real, but the diamonds would not be real.
Correct.
Costumes are
Correct. So you can buy a gold Pandora item for 1,300, 1,400. It's not cheap by any means, but it's not the like K jewelry or anything like that.
All
So
right, so you being a woman, is the stone more important to you or the band?
I think having been a married woman, to me the band is more important. It just signifies the vow, the actual ring that you give, that you're engaged with, that you know what I'm trying to say, that they propose to you with the stone. Okay, that is of sentiment as well, but the band is to me the most important.
But would you say that most women cherish the stone?
Oh, they cherish the stone more. You could just clearly tell, just by this video alone, the response that was given, like, oh, she shouldn't have accepted that. How dare he propose to her with a cheap Pandora ring? Well, that might not have been cheap for him. He could have paid $500 to $1,000 for that, and he looked like a younger man. So that might have been something he saved up for a year or so to propose to her. Like, so you can see the significance in the dollar amount or the stone size or even stone quality that would be more important to some people.
All right, no. So each did propose a question to us about would you propose without the ring if you couldn't get the ring that you wanted to get, or would you wait till you got the ring?
That's what a lot of the waiting for would be about now. When it comes to men making a decision, because the decision is made.
So
Pretty-
let's so
pretty
let's so let's
often.
so let's stay right there on the actual decision. So would you base your decision upon proposing if you're financially stable, or would you base your decision about proposing if you feel that this is the moment? I love her. I wanna propose right now. I'm feeling it right now. Is it based on your financial,
It's both.
or it's both?
A lot of times it's both, because you want to make sure you're in a comfortable financial space to carry that that part of the relationship. Because at a point you have to be able to hold it down in a sense. But then two, the financial still play a portion of it, and knowing that you have to have some type of capital to purchase a ring, a nice ring. You want that moment to be amazing, because what we see and what we hear and what we feel, and we just want our significant other to also have that joy in receiving that. So you want it to be as special as you possibly can make it for them and for you. So a lot of that, the thought of marriage has already been made up. The idea of, damn, this is my person, has already been established. It's more or less the waiting portion could be just, I'm getting my finances in order.
Right. So
So I
let's
can sustain
let's stay
this.
right there for a second. So say she wanted to get married and she told you that I don't care about the financial side of it. I want to get married now, but you want to wait on your finances. Like you're not you feel like you're not ready financially. Would you go ahead with it, or would you tell her to wait?
That's a crush. That's something that we would have to talk about, because and the reason why I say that's a conversation that we need to have is, believe it or not, a person to say, I don't care about finances, but we care about finances. Finances is definitely an intricate portion of a relationship, because for whatever reason, if something was to happen to where I lost my job or I lost my abilities to provide, that puts a strain on our relationship. And that strain on our relationship could divide. And as much as we say, "Oh, I got love, and my love is more stronger than financial well-being," it is and it isn't, because again, we live
All right,
under
so
these
let's
conditions.
let's just make the scenario. So the scenario is you're up for a promotion next year. She says, I don't care about that promotion. I want to get married this summer. What you doing?
I would. I would. Because I understand what's on the back end. Now, if that's not on the back end, then that's something that we have to decide. Because I'm still wanting to do this. This is something I still want to do. I'm not going to allow another portion of it. I got to also say this. Another part of me is not going to allow that to sway my decision to where I'm not going to, because I don't want to continue to keep prolonging it and not doing what I really, really want to do. At some point, I got, you got to man up and just be like, shit, fuck it. The finances just ain't there. We're going to do it anyway. And hopefully, our union is stronger than our financial situation.
All right, each this is your baby. So if the man proposes to you and you know that y'all both are not in a financial space where you would like to be, would you go on ahead with the marriage?
I really would have to. For me, it would have to depend on how long we have been together, as a unit, how long we have been engaged, and maybe I would take that into consideration, because then I would like to see our progress over that time that we've been a unit, because that's important as well, because even though we might not be financially stable 100% where we want to be, we're making strides, we're making progress, we're working together, we're hustling, and we're doing what we need to do, so eventually we will be there. This union will only solidify that and make it stronger, you know what I mean, in my opinion. But if we haven't been together that long, there's not much time and not much movement financially for me to see the setting up of a good foundation, then no, I might want to wait.
Remember that. All right, so the original stance on this topic is the people are upset that it's not a real ring per se. It's costume jewelry. The stone's not real, so they feel as though you shouldn't propose if you can't buy a real ring. I guess.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it. And that she is settling for less than her worth.
But how can you say that she's settling for less than her worth if you don't know her?
Facts. They going crazy on Lil Mama in these comments and these chats, and basically stating that, she's settling and that he can't really love you if he came to you with a Pandora.
A lot of this time, it'd be women that nobody has ever even proposed to them.
Right. And that's what the flip side was saying too. And to have offered that, yo, how can you judge this young man, and he's trying to do the right thing. He's stepping up, he's proposing, he's, showing her honor regardless. He was super excited regardless to if he came to her with a
Ain't a proposal worth more than a ring?
Absolutely. Because
It's
it's
a
genuine.
signature. It's just a signature piece that adds to the whole monotony of it. But this is why we are where we're at in it. This is why you have individuals such as myself who may say, I need to be in a better financial situation just because of society's beliefs and what society has told us that we had to be in order to be. You have to have a good job, and you have to be able to take care of your home financially in order to be considered a good man or a good catch or husband material. When that's not the case, in all instances, yes, you have to be able to provide, but is finances always the key to happiness?
Right.
Is a union blessed because your finances are in order? No, we've seen the richest people break up. We've seen the people that's comfortable within their financial, profile not make it longer than 3-4 months. It's a situation like this that this young man loves this young woman enough that he's saying, this is who I want to be with. This is who I choose to make my woman, my wife. Why do we as a society have to tell them that, oh, the size of the ring, the monetary portion of the ring or of the
value.
gift is real.
Right.
And why you as a woman shouldn't take this man who is doing everything he can to show his love to you. You shouldn't agree to this because the ring costs $300.
That is the superficial or shallow way, but it's the main thing of the woman. Ish, I don't know if you can back this up or not, but a girl typically doesn't want to show off a corny ring, right?
No. And why? Not because she's ashamed of it between her and her guy, but because of the sneers that she will get from others being judgmental and saying that it's whack. It's kind of like you get a new pair of kicks and you feel like they super fly and your guy bought them or you bought them with your hard-earned money, and then somebody saying, nah, them joints is whack, like they corny and shit. So it's just like you don't want to get those sneers, but on the other end of it, you're content with it. You know what I mean? And I too feel like that women equate what a man is able to give to you significantly on your finger, and they will equate that to what he can give to you in your life.
But
Stability.
not only that, they will gauge that in how much he loves you.
Yeah.
But typically by how big or how much value the ring holds, they will say he either loves me more or less.
Right. So and we're gonna stay right there on that, the story that I told you guys beforehand. I actually have done that. I've had a ring, my wedding engagement ring. They didn't steal my band, but they took my ring. It was a 2-carat princess cut, and during the home invasion, my ring was taken. It took a while for my husband at the time to be able to replace that ring, but once he did, he came with something less than.
Right.
Now, mind you, we had been married 8 years, like 7 or 8 years at this time.
All right, so my question would be, do you feel like the love was less than when he got the less than ring?
Yes. That's what I'm saying. We had been married 7 or 8 years.
So see how they gonna wait?
You
They gonna gauge
already
that. They gonna gauge
know,
that level of love,
That's the
man.
reason why we say we gotta hold back and get a job and have
gonna
some
Yeah.
financial stability in
gauge
order
that
to
level of love.
provide. Because you're going to tell me if I get this bullshit ring that you consider bullshit, I love you less.
Right.
Well, in our situation, it was a lot different. There were a lot of layers in our marriage during that time. This home invasion did not help the situation, and therefore, the things that came after the home invasion was the decline to our marriage. So therefore, his efforts were lackluster,
Right.
and that is why I stated
All right. So
that
let's say
it was a less.
Let's role play. Me and you. We getting this together. You know my spending habits. You know I like nice shit, bougie. But I come home once a week, fly kicks, nice shit. But I get you a lackluster ring. What's your thoughts with that? But we rocking. We been good.
Right.
We got to this point and we good.
I think I'm going to be honest. I think that it would cross my mind, but I don't think I would place a lot of emphasis on it. One, because if you bougie and you live in a life where, you like nice things, etc., then 9 times out of 10, that's trickling over to me.
Right.
That's trickling in over to the way that we live, the way we operate as a unit, as a couple, etc., and vice versa. So if you came with a lackluster ring, why we need to spend a whole bunch of money on this ring when we living in this nice little grandiose house? Or, you know what I mean? You come home with a Louis bag, at the end of the year for me, or, or just whatever, like, or I don't know. But the lackluster ring in certain situations don't signify anything less. I think it's all,
Facade.
yeah.
I think the main thing that people might not factor in is it's a taste thing. So you can have a $10,000 ring that doesn't look better than the $3,000 ring. But you have to know what rings are. Like you have to know what to look for. You have to know like if she likes princess cut, if she likes whatever. You have to know your person first and foremost. You have to know what your person likes, and you have to know what looks good. Because just because something costs more, that doesn't mean it looks better.
Absolutely. And so, with time, could come bigger.
Yeah, you can
or
get always
better.
upgrade.
Like you could start off. It's just like starting off small with your apartment, and in 5 years you can move into a nice house, and then that house can get better, bigger and better as you go along. You like I think we place an emphasis in the beginning on things that makes no never mind.
Right.
Because if we don't look at the bigger picture of, all right, let's grow into this. We're growing into this role anyway. Let's grow into this role the right way. We're growing into this. Our union has gotten stronger and better over the years. Now we have an opportunity to renew our vows, or now here's Valentine's Day, or here's our anniversary. Now I have a better job. I'm in a better financial position. Let me upgrade that for you. And that's a learning experience for both men and women.
Right.
Because us as men can say, you know what, fuck that. I don't have to have my finances super straight. I don't have to kill myself and go to work just trying to provide this idea of, all right, we're financially secure. Let me make this woman my woman, showing her, my true intentions for what we have. And then as our roles and as we go along and our roles increase and we increase in value as a couple, but also as individuals, I can then upgrade that to where she realizes I'm committed. She's committed. We're both committed. Now that commitment has led us to being able to do the things that we wanted to do and I wanted to do in the beginning, to where it's not putting a strain on our relationship.
Thanks.
Because y'all are more emotional. Y'all think emotionally. Right. Damn, he does. We've been together 3, 4, 5 years. My next question was this. After I made this point, we've been together 3, 4, 5 years, and he hasn't proposed to me. As a man, I would love to know, what is the ideal time that you're supposed to date before the question is popped? I see people that says we've been together 10 years and he hasn't proposed yet.
They say it's
He's
2
been
years.
together for 4 or 5 years and then no proposal yet. What the fuck is what's the timeline, Aish?
They say it's 2 years.
Yeah, they do say like 2
They
years.
say after 2 years you should know if this is a person that you want to be with.
2 years is a good amount of time.
And I don't mean 2 years of
Dating.
Yeah, I mean 2 years of being in a locked-in relationship, and I also think 2 years of living together.
Okay. So does it restart? So you made a really interesting point. 2 years of not just dating,
Right.
2 years of being locked in and living together.
Right.
So does that 2 years reset once you then lock in and live together? Because you can date. You could date for 2 years and then whatever. Do you have
I believe it does. I don't believe that dating time counts.
So the dating time doesn't count.
No.
So ladies, people in the audience, Ish.
I mean,
Does that
other
2
people may
years
differ,
count?
but I don't think it does.
Is that dating, courting, y'all going out, y'all seeing each other, y'all committed to each other as saying, hey, this is my man, I'm his woman, whatever. But y'all haven't lived together yet.
Right.
What's yours?
Yeah, I mean, I think the initial courting phase shouldn't count.
Right.
I don't think that should count because I mean you're getting to know an individual. I think when it becomes serious and maybe you guys become exclusive, even if you don't necessarily live together in the beginning, you're still exclusive. You're still working and maneuvering in a full-blown relationship at that point in time. So that's when it should start. That's my personal thoughts on that.
I don't think that you see a person's true identity until you live with them.
I definitely would agree with that. But I think the clock, if we want us to start a clock,
Would you marry somebody that you never lived with?
No.
You now?
Could I?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably.
Yeah, no.
You got to though. You gotta live with a person.
Right.
I would say you gotta live with a person to see if you like that person
Right.
enough.
Yes.
That every day, 24/7, outside of when you go to work or you go to hobby,
Yeah.
can you fucking deal with this person without killing them? and still be happy? That's a question that people need to ask themselves before they start to jump out here into this I want to get married role, because we hear it often. I'm sure you hear this.
Facts.
Oh, we've been dating for 2 years, 3 years, and you ain't asked me to marry you yet, or you not serious about this. I'm serious. I just want I want that. I want to make that happen. But what are the criteria of that moving forward? I'm talking to two people that actually have been married.
Right. Now, how do you feel about a girl proposing to you?
I'm cool with whatever. I don't live. I like old fashioned values, but I'm not opposed to somebody saying no. Let's get married. Will you marry?
I mean, have you ever had that conversation?
Will somebody ask to marry me?
Right.
I've always asked myself. I always ask myself. And I'm acting like I've been engaged 18 times. So like that. I've had relationships where, will you marry me, or will we get married, or whatever? And I say yeah, whatever. I would. Yeah. I'm not married now, so I guess it didn't point. But I would. Me and my significant other, I would.
I'm not mad at that. Typically, when I hear it come from a female, I think it'd be a little premature. But I'm not mad at that she looks at me in that light. But I do think that they do it premature. I don't think that men do it on a premature level.
For me, where I'm at in life now, any and everything that I attach myself to is forever for me. If let's say I was single and I am opening myself to the possibilities of a relationship, my thought pattern going into that is this is forever for me. I don't go into this with, I'm gonna just see what this look like for a couple months. I'm gonna see what this look like for a year. I'm gonna play around in this. I'm going into this with, this is gonna be my forever. If that comes before it's supposed to, then it wasn't the right time, the right person, right situation. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going into this. I'm not going into this as in my 20s and like, I'm just doing this because it is what it is. I'm going into this as in this phase of my life of this is my person, and I'm really choosy with that. So I'm not just passing my number out to any and everybody. Because that's why I always ask a question. I'm so perplexed with this dating shit. Like, when people are like, oh, I'm dating. You dating 4 people at the same time? You going on dates with this guy, that guy, and that guy, and you trying to figure it out?
That's possible now. I already told you.
I understand it's possible. It's possible for some people.
Right.
But for me, I can't 5 different people, and I'm sharing that same idea with 5 different people, trying to see which one of the walls is sticking on the best. I'm focusing on this person.
That's what I'm saying. That's because you're characterizing it all the same. You could be dating this person. This person could actually just be a friend, but y'all date. This person, you might think, I might have a future with her. This person, you might think, she's just fun to date. She's just fun to be around. Like, that's what I'm saying.
I'm going into things carefully, too, on the strength of, all right, this person right here has fit, checked a number of different boxes. The look, the feel, my appetite, my thirst is quenched. Okay, now let's put these things together. I'm gonna focus on this person to try to put these things together. Because if I'm not focused on that, and I'm over here with her, it gets sticky. Because I'm stretching myself thin to figure out. All right, she fun. She can communicate. Her body amazing. She wear dope shit. I got 5 people that make one.
It be like this sometimes.
They do. But where I'm at now, I'm tired of that.
Yeah, everybody's tired of that. Everybody should be tired of that.
That's why I said, you know what? This person, if I'm with you for a reason. Right. Because I see what I need to see.
Facts. I'm not mad at that.
I feel what I feel, and all those 5 girls and you. Facts. Our communication might not be the best at that moment, but I feel like we can figure it out.
All right, let's wrap up this topic. So on the point of people making fun of him in the ring, y'all need to chill out because a lot of y'all are never been proposed to. What is happening?
Yes. Oh, Mario.
I cannot.
And it's a regular little baguette ring.
I cannot. And,
Little
and
swirl
that was a
baguette
point. That was a point that I was trying to make. So a lot of y'all are never going to be proposed to, have never been proposed to. The ring value, or like, of course, everybody would like to have the biggest, boldest ring that costs the most. That's the flyest, but that's just not feasible. That's not reality for everybody. So the ring is not the most important factor in this. The most important factor is that person thought of you in that light. That person thought of your worth and your value to even propose to you, and you should cherish that. And no person should be belittled, even if he don't got no ring.
Yeah, I ain't getting you no ring. We gonna get tattoos.
He shouldn't be belittled in that manner.
You'll
He's
get
still
tattoos.
he's still expressing his love to you
I'm a good.
in a huge fashion that's outside of the norm, because most people are not going to end up married.
I'm gonna take you to the tattoo parlor and get daddy's little girl on your.
I'm not mad at the tattoo rings, though. I think that's actually better.
We gonna get you a tattoo ring.
I had
Daddy's little
one,
girl.
and then I got it covered up.
Nah, I'm a traditionalist. I want to get it a ring. I want to
Alright.
get it a ring. Like, could you imagine getting somebody like a $10,000 ring and they driving a Nissan Altima?
I can't.
With one of the
That
rims
happens.
off?
That'd be the
That
thing.
happens.
Yeah, because that's people so hung up with the bullshit.
Yeah,
Like,
because that's what everybody else can see, and it don't matter about the other things.
I'd be so scared if I got her a big stupid ring. Somebody gonna try to take her head off.
Facts.
I'm gonna get it for her. I'm gonna get you a nice little ring.
And people, make sure you get your rings insured.
Yeah, like JC Penney's right now got a major sale on rings. Like, you can go to JC Penney's right now
You
and get
probably
you
get a nice little
engaged.
stone. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's
Is coming
Day.
up. Tell your,
I was getting ready to say the
hey,
same
your
thing.
boo,
Valentine's Day.
hey, your husband, take you to JC Penney's or Kohl's and upgrade you.
He get on my nerves. He had to throw coals in there, y'all.
Yeah.
Sapphires and what's in there now? There's Sephora in there now.
Oh yeah,
Kohl's?
Sephora. Yeah.
Get you a nice ring in a spray bottle, perfume.
All right, people, before we go to ideology,
Oh,
I want to
man.
tell y'all. No, I'm not going to bust their ass yet. I want to tell y'all.
Bust ass.
I want to tell y'all a quick scenario and get y'all thoughts on it. So this was posted by one of my Facebook friends who said she heard this on the radio. And the story goes like this. The boyfriend texts his girlfriend and asks her, did she need anything from the store before I come in, or however that plays out. And the girlfriend replies, yes, I need Pampers. And the boyfriend replies, no, you need to get your baby daddy to do that. So then the girlfriend breaks up with him. So the question is, was the guy wrong or was the girl wrong for asking him? And should this be a breakup offense?
He asked, do you need anything?
Right.
The moment you open the door, that's what I need. You asked me a question. Do I need anything? So if I say yes, I need Pampers. If you're not willing to do that, then why ask? Are you willing? Are you limiting it to just me?
Yeah.
But the kid is me. The kid is me. The kid is a part of my life. It's going to be a part of my life. So that's still me. I need help with getting Pampers right now because I can't get out at this time of night. You're out.
So you agree with the girl for breaking up with him?
I don't agree with breaking up. It's a conversation that y'all can have, but I can understand her frustrations in that moment because you opened Pandora's box by asking me the question. And the moment I put that scenario in there, you know. All right, so you with me,
Right.
but you're only with me for my body and me.
Not necessarily.
But if you're with me for the total package of me, My child is involved in that.
Right, but what if I just got with you? This is a new thing.
Then say I'm at the Chinese store. Would you like 3 wings
That's
and
what
rice?
I mean. That's what I mean. That's why I want to stay on the specific. We don't know all those details.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
I'm at Wawa. Would you like something from Wawa?
Right, so what if that's the case? What if you're at the Chinese store and you just met her, so you not locked in with her and the kids yet. You're just getting to know her.
Yeah.
So
You know me. I'm going to do it.
right, you gonna leave the Chinese store and go get some Pampers
I am.
in a search at 1 in the morning.
Because I asked the question.
Right. Solid.
So I asked the question. I can't be upset with the answer. I can, but I asked.
Right.
So you need Pampers?
You don't think that's inconsiderate from her?
No, because it's not like she called and said, "Yo, before you come in,
Can you?
or I know you coming over
But
tonight."
if I said I'm at the Chinese store, do you need anything? You don't think that's inconsiderate?
Nah, because you still called me and said, "I'm at the Chinese store. Do you need anything?" If I say
The
Pampers,
Chinese store.
all right. If you at the Chinese store and I say, "No, I don't need no food, but can you stop and get Pampers?"
No, I called you and I asked you, do you need anything from the Chinese store? I'm at the Chinese store.
But if you coming over tonight to lay on top of me or get on top of me, then I should be able to say,
But what if I'm not coming over to do that? We just met.
and you coming over at 11, 12 o'clock at night?
Yeah,
We gonna sit on the
we're
couch?
getting to know each other. Yes, this happens.
It does happen. See, that's a thing that you gotta make a decision on if you can deal with this as a man, as a female.
Right, but can I get some time for that?
You need time.
Yes. I just met you. I don't even know if I like you yet. You want me to take care of your kids?
All right. So I would say this. So let's say this is my little brother. My little brother was to do this. I'm going to say, bro, don't even ask if she need anything, because you opening the door for her to ask you something that you're not willing to do at this moment. So if you're not willing to have that conversation or willing to even go down that route, just don't ask. But if you are, then understand what come with that. A person can ask you all day long. You could do one or two things. You could say yay or no. He said no. Get your baby father to do it.
All right, so what if it's you and you said no just because whatever she's asking for is on the other side of the city? So it's like, I can't really do that right now. I got to get up in the morning, whatever it may be. Are you feeling any kind of way if she breaks up with you?
I kind of go the extra mile, nigga. I'm one of them niggas that go the extra mile. So if it's all across town, I know this gonna help her though. Like I'm looking at it from a standpoint of, is this gonna help Shorty?
Right, but I like people that are considerate. So
I understand.
if that was the case,
But what's the inconsiderate?
I'm about to tell you. If that was the case, you could have said earlier when it was daytime, I know you coming over later. Can you stop past the store and pick up some Pampers for me? Then I would have said, all right, cool. Because it's daytime, it's easy access to find Pampers.
But if my motherfucking ass is outside in the street at 11 o'clock driving at a Chinese store, I can stop somewhere and get Pampers.
That's not necessarily true. No, it's not that easy to get access to Pampers like that. Everybody don't sell Pampers.
I mean, it's just everybody cut differently when it comes to certain things. Like, that's why I be saying a lot of times, I be knowing what I get myself into. Right. When I deal with a person that got kids, I realize it ain't just her, it's her and that little motherfucker. Mm-hmm. Not little motherfucker, I love the kids. But it's her and that baby. It's
right.
her and that child.
That's also inconsiderate. That's also an inconsiderate part, because when I get with you and you become my girl and we become locked in, then yes, I'm gonna take care of you and your kids. Yeah. But can we get there?
Yeah, can we get there? But there also too is
don't first date me. Can I go get some Pampers? I just got your number earlier.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's
understand. But what happened to, and not to cut y'all off, but what happened to, no, I can't do that, but I'ma still slide through.
Right.
Is that cool?
Right.
Like, he had to take the
saying.
extra step, like, no, get your baby father to do it and all of that. Like,
hold on, because I want to say on that too, Ish, because a lot of, and I've been through this, a lot of times is, Why is your baby father not buying you Pampers? That's not my happiness of the explosion that brought this
Right.
baby upon.
Yeah.
So you letting this nigga skate, but you asking me to go get the Pampers.
Right. And I can agree with you there in that sense. That's why I said maybe, he can just say, no, I can't do that for you right now or whatever the case may be. Like anything else you might need, just to leave it at that. I think when it goes into, well, your baby father should be doing that and not me, then that's probably why she got on the defensive and
Because I think that the consideration plays part into his response. My consideration, like my response may change if I feel you're being inconsiderate to me. Like if I just met you and I know that you got a baby father, why are you asking me to go get you some Pampers?
Cause she need it.
You gotta be. That's what your baby father is for.
But
well, maybe he a deadbeat and he ain't.
see, that's
What if he ain't a deadbeat?
there's certain things that I just can't worry about at that point because I just can't even sit here and say what another. I don't worry about what another man going to do and can't do. If she say, "Yo, can you do this?" If I can't, I'm gonna say, "Here, I'm gonna cash app you." I'm gonna cash app you,
Yeah.
and you know what? I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow, or I'm gonna bring him. I'm gonna drop him off, and we'll talk tomorrow, or whatever. Or if I'm going over there, I'm going to stop and I'm going to do. There's times when I was just talking to a person,
Right.
and it was dead snowing. My ass got up out my bed, went to their house.
I've been there
shoveled their
too.
steps off, shoveled their car off, laid down salt and ice and all that shit just to make sure they was cool because that's just the type of nigga
Right.
I am.
I've been there too, and I've done things that weren't warranted or it wasn't enough time put in for I felt like you should be able to ask me those kind of things. But I don't feel like the consideration aspect is always spent on both sides.
Yeah, I definitely would agree with you there. Like, I feel like, too, a lot of women take the stance sometimes as, like, was saying, okay, well, you getting ready to come over, you about to fill up on me, you about to fuck on me, or whatever the case may be. Yeah, that's the least you could do.
So
You know
that
what
mean
I'm
I
saying?
gotta buy diapers because I'm touching on you?
No, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of women would think in that sense, like, okay, you gotta do something for me. You about to get some ass, or you about to, get some
What
booty
you about to
rubs
get?
or whatever.
What you
Huh?
about to get?
Some Pampers for my baby.
What else you about to get?
Some dick.
All right then.
But
So that's not an even exchange.
yeah, but that's what.
This is where I get lost at.
Yeah.
See, this is the shit that
But that's
pisses me
what-
off when y'all start looking at this shit like it's
Right.
not a fucking even exchange. Like we getting some shit and you ain't getting nothing. Like
Right.
no, you
But
getting
I
something
mean-
too.
Absolutely, and I would agree with you there. But it's just like when we talked about the other week when the guy, we showed the video of the guy saying, damn, she said she wasn't going to come, she was sliding through and she wasn't going to bring me no food. I think it all too boils down to the character of the person that you're asking and you're requesting. She feels like, no, I don't even know you. I'm in my masculine energy if I'm bringing a nigga food. Like, and that's the same thing. No, sis, I don't really know you, so I'm not buying no Pampers
All right,
for your son.
so let's put it like this. Now, what if you had a conversation with the baby father and he said, "Yo, dog, I don't give a fuck if you fucking my baby mom, but if anything happens with the kid, tell her to call me. I don't need you to buy my son no Pampers."
I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Because if this is going to help this household, this is going to help this household. Nigga, we not going to sit up here and play petty for petty about I don't need you to do nothing for my kid. I'm not doing anything for your kid per se. I'm doing everything for this household. Your kid lives in this household. So if it gets done, it gets done.
I have a different stance on that because I got a daughter and a son, and when my baby mom was fucking with other niggas, I don't need none of y'all niggas to go buy my daughter no Pampers. Sorry.
That's cool.
I could go buy my daughter some Pampers.
So if we taking that stance, right? If we taking that stance, she at some point, if it comes to a point where she need Pampers at that moment, what gets like your baby mom call you? She in North Carolina. You can't get to North Carolina right now.
Right, but I can make something happen.
You can make something happen, right? You can make something happen. situation scenarios be whatever. A lot of things go into that. What if I'm giving Shorty money?
Right.
And she's spending that money on the well-being of that child, buying clothes, buying Pampers, whatever. Who the fuck is he to say what I'm doing? I'm giving money to the household, which is benefiting every motherfucking body in this house. We gotta get out of our own way sometimes. And
I hear you, but it becomes a different thing. It's like you're not a parent, so I don't
even
know.
if I was a parent,
I'm trying to tell you that it's a whole kind of different thing that comes involved when you become a parent because your child, like your ownership that you feel over your child,
and you know what?
is a different thing.
That's why I said I don't have none.
Right.
For that very reason. Because if I want to take that stance, then I'm going to have her, him, in this motherfucking house with me. So that's never the question. That's never the conversation. That's never the issue. That's the reason why I said Darnell is not going through what Darnell, the child, had to go through. Right? Darnell, the grown man, is going to make sure Darnell Jr. and Shorty Wop is under the same roof. So I don't have to worry about those things. And my child doesn't have to worry about things. And she don't have to worry about going out to asking another motherfucker.
My life don't play out like that.
It doesn't. But it was going. But I'm gonna make every instance for it to play out that way. And if it doesn't, then I understand that she is going to get someone else, and that baby is going to be around another man that hopefully has the same well-being that my father and stepfather had for me, and I got for my child and someone else's child. That's all I could do.
You sure you breaking up with the nigga?
Nah, that's a bit extreme. Especially if
Well,
like
sure, y'all never was together. He just met you an hour ago.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
It said boyfriend girlfriend though.
Oh, they were. God, she went that far.
nah, but you know I'm a note taker. I'm a note taker, so I'm not breaking up.
I mean, so boyfriend girlfriend, like that's why I get confused with the title shit. Like how, like if you got a baby that's still in Pampers, why you got a new boyfriend?
That's a whole nother story.
People.
Yeah.
You said move on. Have you said that before?
Right, but that don't mean that you got to move on with a title.
Right.
Everybody likes the title.
So
Everybody likes to be attached in a title. People
Yeah.
love titles and attachment.
yeah. So
Like
I
the
guess we
baby's
was-
still in Pampers. Now you was just
Yeah.
fucking this nigga a couple months ago. The baby could be 3 months.
Yeah.
Right.
Who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah. I'm definitely not having a boyfriend that quick.
Right.
But yeah, if it's somebody I just met, no, I'm not breaking. I mean, like, I'm not detaching myself, like, or not talking to him no more, or being his friend, or whatever it is that we.
Like I'm only going to take a silent stance on this just because of the fact that I think that that's fine. Like I applaud you, and I would be on that side with you too. Now that if I fuck with you, I'ma fuck with the kid too. But I don't want you to put that shit on niggas day 2 that you just met this nigga. Like
You can't put
That's
it on
wild.
somebody. That's only if they want to, right?
I don't give a fuck if he want to. I don't give a fuck if he want to. I still think that the woman should be considerate enough to say, no, this is not your child. I got this. It's day 2. Relax.
Right.
So if the man asks,
Relax, nigga. No. It's
shouldn't
day
ask.
2.
He shouldn't ask.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what he's at. Like, that could be a normal thing. Like,
He didn't say. If the story goes, he said, "Do you need anything before I come?"
right, but that's a normal thing that I do. And
Yeah, I would do that too.
And when I say it, I be meaning like from where I'm going to. Don't send me across the country.
Right.
That's why I don't. Fuck,
That's why I talk about consideration. That's what I mean about
that's
consideration.
why I don't fuck with the 4 and 5 and 6 different. That's why I fuck with the one. So I know when I
mean,
call her
even
that.
when it's just that one.
When I call her
the-
big head ass and say you want something, I know I'm bringing it from her.
Right. Even when it's just that one, that's what I mean about the consideration. Like I'm asking you because I'm going to this specific place. Don't ask me to go to some other shit that's across the fucking city.
Okay.
You doing too much.
So what if she called you and said, "Yo, T, I need $300."
Is that my girl? Like, what are we doing?
Remember, you said him and her boyfriend and girlfriend. She said,
Oh,
"I
no.
need 300," and she say, "I need 300 because I'm short on the baby's
Right.
I'm short on the baby's daycare.
You gotta pay that. That's your girl.
Is that not the same thing as buying a fucking pair of Pampers?
It's different.
Is it?
I think
$300 is different for childcare.
Right, because you could disguise that $300. You can't disguise Pampers.
But if she come in and say, "Yo, I need $300," she text you, "T, I need $300 because I'm short on the baby daycare."
But that's what I'm saying. Don't give me the because. Just say I need.
Just say I need.
$300. Right.
Yeah. Okay. But don't say, "All right, pick me up Pampers because it's for the baby." Don't say none of that.
Right.
Wow.
Nah, I'm saying that on the outside. I'm talking about on the outside. If I'm the daddy, like that's my kid.
Yeah.
Like, why is you texting another nigga about my kid? Just text me.
Yeah. I mean, that's understandable. Text
Right.
me about my kid.
Right.
But if I'm unwilling to do,
Right. If the nigga's unwilling to do, that's fine. But in certain instances, it don't be the nigga unwilling to do. It be I fucking with you now, and because I'm fucking you, you got to do all the shit that he's supposed to be doing. That's the shit I'm talking about.
you
Right.
let them
Yeah,
look,
no.
absolutely.
And
But then,
right.
but a real nigga going to just do it anyway.
Right. Right. But I don't like that expectation that the woman places on him that is his responsibility now, because it's not.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, she broke up with him as if it was his expectation.
Right.
I think that was a little extreme.
Yes.
Yo, breaking up with him. But maybe she broke up with him on the strength of how he said it. Nigga, I ain't your motherfucking baby father.
That's
Ask
what
that
I
nigga.
was saying too. Like
Maybe
if
she
he
just
could-
like, damn, like
Yeah.
who like damn, I can't even ask for a pair of pants. Like
Facts.
I know this ain't ever gonna go nowhere.
Right. But we could stay right there because somebody did say that in the comments, and they said this is like a preview of what's to come. But this is also a great point to start a conversation.
Yes.
About how we talk to each other, about how we handle each other before I blow up and say, no, I'm not fucking with this nigga no more.
Yeah. That's what I said. We
that's
should have a
extreme.
conversation. That's what I led with. A conversation needs to be had so ground rules and understandings can be understood so it can be, this is how I feel. This is what I'm not willing to do. You said I'm not willing to do that off rip.
Right.
I'm not willing to do that. If you need something, just ask me for what the need. I don't need to know what the need is.
Right.
Just say this is what I need, and you handle it how you handle it. Some people can need that. Some people don't need an explanation. Some people need to know what the fuck am I giving you $300 for at this point. I don't need to know what I'm giving.
That's what I'm saying.
You don't need to know what it's for. But then if I call you and open up the door of saying, do you need anything before I come in? And you say Pampers, then while I'm driving, that's my choice to say, yeah, I'm gonna fucking get these Pampers, or no, I'm not getting these Pampers.
All right, I want to ask Ish. So, Ish, are you the girl if I say, yo, I'm at Wendy's? Are you going to say, I think I want McDonald's?
Nope. I'm not that. I'm not her.
That's the consideration piece that I'm talking about.
I'm not her.
I'm like McDonald's and I want Wendy's instead.
I'm not
Right.
her. But we gonna talk about that consideration piece in a different aspect another time. I'm gonna have to mark that one down because the considerate part, sometimes I'm told it's too much. So, but in this context right here, no, I'm not her. Like I'm gonna be like, all right, well, let me just get a 4 for 4. What is it? A 5 for 5? What is it?
$4 biggie bag.
Yeah,
$5
a
biggie bag.
Biggie bag.
That's what I'm talking about
or
now.
something like that.
I think that consideration and that specific instance needs to be taken, seriously. Like, be considerate, people. Like, what's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I didn't say, yo, do you need anything for fucking life? I said I'm out at the store. Like, you say you out at the store. Like, imagine you be like, yo, I'm out at the store. Do you need anything? And she'd be like, I need $3,000 for this new crib.
Yeah, I'm saying, yo, wow, you wild.
yeah.
Like, yeah, you know me. I'm like, you wild.
Yeah. It's an extreme.
That's
Like,
What are we talking about?
I can't.
People don't have to ask. Like, if you ask me, you already know I'm bougie as shit. So, some people ask me crazy shit. Somebody asked me the other day for my fucking Louis bag. I said, fuck
I can't.
Do you put is there like a time limit or like a level before you reach the big purchases?
Like what? Like again, I go in. Like again, I told you, I'm not dating just to be dating. Like I'm dating. I'm talking to you because you. Like I feel on you that level. Now once we get into
Right, but
that,
you're not to the level yet.
the big purchases, what like bags and shit like
Right.
that. Nah, that gotta come with a commitment. Like that gotta
What's
come
that?
with the real deal, Holyfield. Yeah.
So date 2, she was like, I seen this bag. You should give me this bag.
When?
Date 2.
She wildin'.
No. That's amazing because I've seen these sneakers too.
Thanks.
So we can exchange.
She's like, I'm a traditional girl.
Right,
Now.
facts.
My sneakers are 10,000.
She's a traditional girl now. She don't believe in that.
She don't believe in what?
Exchange.
Yeah, she don't believe in that.
She believes in you giving and her getting.
She get and I get nothing.
Thanks.
Y'all know my attitude by now. You know that shit ain't flying. Like Nell ain't that gullible now. Like I'm not that nigga. Like
Yeah.
I open my mouth and I speak up. You know what I mean? If I feel like it's getting too out of hand, I'm definitely like, yo, what we got going on here? Like this ain't that type vibe.
Right.
That's why you know.
Slippery slope, people.
Yeah.
Slippery slope, man. I just responded and said I think that breaking up was extreme. I said that they both were wrong. Actually, I said that he didn't have to respond like that, and I also said that she needed to be considerate because I've been in that position and I've seen people like put the responsibility of their baby on you. Like, yo, sis, what are we doing? Like, no, we're not doing that. So,
But I just too again with that, I see areas of concern, like not areas of concern, like areas of need, where a person might not even say they need help, and they need help,
right.
and I'm not lending my help to them for, well, I did this for you. I know I see that shit. Like I see you struggling. I see you. I see your baby father not here to help his responsibility.
Right, but
down.
you know what you're saying right now? You're saying consideration. You're being considerate.
Yeah, I'm being considerate. Yeah, I'm seeing the areas of concern, and I'm doing it.
Right.
Cause that shit going only like just the emotional standpoint, like the emotional aspect of that is a blowback on me. Right. She emotional now. She can't get it. Now I gotta deal with that shit. She's in her bag. I gotta deal with that shit. She in her feelings. I gotta deal with that shit. All that shit blows back on me. So instead of that being the case, I'ma help. I'ma look out because I'm safeguarding myself from that trauma. I'm safeguarding her. I'm letting her know that she got a real one. So you can't fuck this up. You know what I mean? Like this is also placing the onus on her, and I don't think that's always looked at.
Right.
Like,
That's my
damn,
point.
I got a nigga that's willing to go across the town at 11 o'clock at night to get me a pair of Pampers, and this ain't his kid, and all he want to do is just come over and chill with no expectation. Damn, like I gotta step my shit up now, and I just can't be this run-of-the-mill type chick. I can't be this chick that just is whatever. I gotta be something of substance, because that shit make you hopefully a real one make them stand on business.
Hopefully.
But then you dealing with a nigga now named Nell. I'ma do it to an extent, and I'm not doing it just to see how far it's gonna get me. But you wake up and you be like, damn, this shit a little lopsided over here. All right, now we gotta regress. We gotta pull back, and now she gonna say, why you ain't doing everything you used to? Because the scales ain't balanced.
Right.
So you got to be able to stand on what you stand on in order to continue to get what you get. And I don't think people understand that. They get into this selfish role. I came in singing the song "Selfish." Right. People get into this selfish role of expecting things from others that they won't give up. They won't give back because they're in their selfish season, and when you're in your selfish season, you see nothing but what you want, and you never see how your impact on the other, how your actions impact somebody else's, life or not even existence, but situation. Yeah, we got to get out of that selfish season, because what you're doing is you're creating a divide between somebody who wants to do,
Right.
somebody who's there for you, and you're making them resent the shit, however that looks.
Right. I'm at that. All right, each. My final question on this is: do you feel like when a man meets a woman with a child, that's automatically the package?
I don't know if I would, like, straight off the bat.
Right. Because that's how they say it, straight off the bat. When you meet me,
Package.
it's a package, right?
come with a package.
Straight off the bat. This is
I'm a
not
package,
top
though.
end. This is a package.
I'm a package deal. You know what you was getting yourself into. I'm a package deal. I got kids. I'm a package.
What's up, Ish?
I don't know. I mean, just because. Well, I mean, my son is almost 30, so when I was in the field after my baby father, like, my son wasn't even on the table.
Right.
So it's difficult for me to answer that question because my son wasn't even on the table. Like, this wasn't me and my kid.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. And
when
that's
nobody
how,
wasn't coming around.
and that's how I
him.
think
He
it should
was
be.
being cared for. If I needed something, it was within the family. I don't know.
But I think the package is not just so necessarily seeing a kid and being around a kid. The package too could be, I can't always make moves the way you might want me to make a move because I got kid responsibilities over here.
Right.
Yeah.
And the package is, yeah, you might be free with no child or whatever your situation is, but I got a kid that I gotta
Right.
stay home for today.
Right.
I got a kid I gotta help with homework. I can't go out every Saturday and Friday and whatever.
Yeah,
Right, so-
and that's cool, but that's not an imposition. Whereas,
But it is kind of an imposition. It is kind of an imposition because you got responsibilities. I don't.
yeah, but how is me having responsibilities and imposition?
I want to
on
go
you?
out. You can't go.
Okay,
Because
well
some
then you
people-
go out with somebody else.
Because
No, I want to go out with you.
yeah, because some people won't understand.
Right.
It.
Right.
Like y'all always say to me, well, no, you don't got kids, so you don't understand that. And to a person that doesn't have kids, they won't understand that that's life.
Right.
Regardless of whatever. My child is my life at this moment. So I got to
Right.
I can't go out, even though you understand I can't you can't go out every day of your life anyway, but that person might think so.
Right.
So not only on the imposition on the guy side of it, a lot of times when they present this to you as a package, they don't be considerate of that side. That I can't go out with you because I gotta stay home with my kid. But I want you to do X, Y, and Z because this is the package that I am.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. I mean, and I can't see that. Like, I can't see operating in that. I was never that, and I can't see operating that way. But for many, they're up front about it, and that's how they're moving. And like, this is my kid. Wear a package. You gonna buy him some Pampers if you feel like you're gonna come over here, or whatever the case may be. It's an expectation that some women have, and I guess it's cool for them to be that way.
But that's not cool.
Because if they didn't think it was cool, they wouldn't do it.
Right. It's not cool.
So, like, you know what I mean? They doing that shit because they think it's
I don't
cool.
even
and
like.
it's
I don't like
expected.
that term of
Package.
yeah. Like,
Package
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
We all are a package deal.
Right.
I mean, I got kids. I don't be like, yo, I'm a package deal. Fuck. Imagine a man saying that. Yeesh.
Right. And I mean,
He got a 4-year-old. He like, we a package.
yeah. And
Niggas don't
you
do
know
that.
what? I have known people, like friends that I've grown up with, that will say that, right?
Not a guy.
Yes. Yes.
God.
Yes. But they also were single fathers.
That's
Yeah.
different.
You
That's
know what I'm
different.
saying? So, you know, they're
That's different.
saying, yeah, their children are
Even when
their
I was
package.
a single father, I never said that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on too, I guess maybe you move kind of like me. Like, okay, well, my kids is gonna be taken care of regardless. Me and you is me and you, and what we do on this side.
And I
my
think
kids don't have
sometimes
shit
too,
to do with it.
with the package thing is, I can't stay out
Right.
all night.
Right.
I gotta go home to my child.
Right.
If you're a single father or a single mother,
Right.
I can't come over your house and stay with you without my child being there.
Right.
So if you want me to come to your 1-bedroom place or your
Facts.
studio or your living room
Facts.
and lay on this air mattress, that's not going to happen without little Johnny being
Right.
there or little Sarah being there with me, because I come along with that.
Right.
Right.
And that's an imposition. And they don't understand that, and I don't think they care to understand it. I just think they look at it like, well, if you want me,
And that's what's been,
You're gonna
that's
accept it.
and just think, that's what society has been enforcing in us, that you have to accept the package, and if you don't accept the package, you're not a real man. And
That's not fair.
facts.
society, we got to tell society, and the society is
Right. Society is definitely women.
on that.
Right. No, I got you.
That's
Not
a
cool
fact.
though. It's not cool
That's a
though.
fact.
It's not
That's a
cool
fact.
though.
Because that's what society tells us that we have to do.
Facts.
We have to be stand-up guys, and if you're not stand-up guys, you're a narcissist.
Facts.
If you're not a stand-up guy, or you're not a real one, you are, you're a poser, or you're a deadbeat, or you're this and you're that. Why are we labeled? Why are we labeled for the with innuendos by a group of people because we won't do or lack thereof, or we can't be controlled?
Right.
That's a sign of control. Whenever you label somebody, you're trying to control them with a narrative, so you can keep them positioned in this box, so everybody else sees them from your lenses, and it's not always the case. It's not always real. It's not even realistic, because we all have some shit with us that somebody else can point out and say they don't like, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Why do we try to control people with narratives that aren't real? Or even if they are real, why the fuck does it matter?
Right.
What does that have to do? Is that person being a narcissist have to do with your life? Do you lose sleep at
Trigger
night
words.
because you're living next door to a narcissist?
Trigger words. Trigger words. Trigger
Do
words.
you lose sleep at night because you're living next to a deadbeat?
Right.
No, you sleep well. You slobber.
That's
You slobber. You probably fart while you sleep. You're sleeping comfortably. You're not losing any sleep. So why do we allow ourselves to fall victims of traps of what somebody else is doing, and why do we care?
Right.
because of societal things. Societal views of this is how things are supposed to be, or this is how I see things. It's all of that in one.
Let's take it one step further, because we gotta take it either a step further from society and place it on the individual. Of I have to paint you in this with this narrative, so I can hide my flaws.
Facts.
So I can dress my
course.
flaws up, because
That's
I'm
a
the
fact.
loudest voice in the room. No one will. If I'm the loudest voice in the room and I'm pointing out your shit, everybody's looking at you.
They're not gonna.
And no one is turned around looking at anything else but that.
That's a fact.
That's why people do what they do. They cause this big commotion so they can relegate themselves to being in a safe space and highlighting everything else under the lights so you can see that.
Thanks.
All right, people. Are y'all ready to go into the dark side?
But we was there.
Right.
We thought we wasn't there yet.
But we was there.
We wasn't there yet. We was just knocking on the door. We was just knocking on the door. All right, now as we enter the dark side and get into ideology, this is gonna be a doozy. All right, I'm going to title this "You Are Not Special."
You're not beautiful.
Yeah, I'm on a rant.
Not smart.
Yes.
You are not special.
So now we are at "You Are Not Special." I'm on a rampage out this motherfucker. I'm on a rampage.
You
So,
had no viewers at it. Wow.
so you are not special. So in the grand scheme of "You Are Not Special," as highly as I think of myself, I know that there may be people that are better than me, lower than me, whatever. There's a chain. But some people feel like they are special more than others. Now, you can be special to your person or to people. That doesn't make you special or unreplaceable in the grand scheme of the world. And I think that some people get lost in that and they think that they are special or better than certain people because of certain things. And that may be in your mind, you may feel like you're special because of that. That doesn't equate to how they feel.
I agree. It's a mouthful.
So
Absolutely.
my question to y'all is, how have you seen this play out? Has somebody ever treated you like they were special and if you lost them, this would be the end of the world? There's nobody out here better than them and X, Y, and Z. All things of these factors.
Yes.
What's y'all thoughts?
Yeah, I think that's a crock of shit. That's a crock of shit. That's a form of manipulation. It's a form of manipulation because for you to say and genuinely say, like in your mind and your heart, to say that you ain't gonna be able to ever find nobody like me, or you're not going to ever come across somebody as good as me to do what I do for you, whatever the case, however they word it, right? For somebody to say that is basically taking away from what your value is.
Right.
Okay, so they devalue you to increase the value in themselves. Why would a person do that? Because they lack value in themselves. So that's all just a form of manipulation. There are 80 million people in the world. I'm sure that I'm going to come across somebody just as magnificent. Cut the bullshit. Stop with the nonsense. Like, I really hate when people say that.
You know what? I think we all. It's funny because I think when you hear that and shit, and you digest that, it passes. It passes through you and be like, damn, did I ever say that? I'm sure I said it.
You feel defensive, right?
You feel taken aback. You're like, oh shit, I said that before to someone. You might not. You ain't gonna never find no nigga like me that's gonna do what I do or whatever. Not trying to minimize them as a person, more or less showing them the genuineness in your actions. But we use the wrong words.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the words as you hear it and you spit it out, you're like, damn, that tastes nasty. Because the words that you use is wrong. Just like he said, there is 180 million motherfuckers in this world. Billions. And I'm sure you're going to come across somebody who's willing to do, if not more, if not what I've done, more or better. We genuinely believe in ourselves to a point where we want others to understand the importance of us, our role in their life. And hopefully they'll see, hey, I don't want to lose this good thing because it's a good thing. We say these type of things as a defense.
Right.
Absolutely. As you said before, we're in defense mode now. We go into this defense mode of, fuck you, you're not going to find nobody better than me and all this shit that if you're doing it, you're doing it for a reason.
Right.
And hopefully your reason is for the betterment of whatever the situation is, helping the person or whatever. And it shouldn't be castrated upon them as they're not good enough without you, or they're not important, or their place is not solidified if it wasn't for you. And I think we all need to take a look in the mirror. This is one of the reflections. We seen this January 15th.
Yes, sir.
Facebook post where you're looking in the mirror and you're reflecting. And we all need to do that because we all have had these imperfection moments,
right,
where we'll say things that we think in the moment sounds good. Mm-hmm. We think it helps lead the charge of the conversation and of making our point. But after you digest it, regurgitate it, and hear it again from someone else's lips, it's like, nigga, you ain't that.
Right.
You all right.
Right.
You all right, but damn, slow down, motherfucker. Slow down, Tonto. And
Facts.
and I am someone who has to take a look at myself in the mirror and say, hey, what made me say that?
Right.
Why do I think that I am this, that, and the third? Because that's not truly my personality. My personality isn't of a boastful one. My personality is not to minimize someone else, only to propel myself up in the end
Right.
for their presence to only be significant because it's me in it. That's bullshit. And when you really sit back and you understand that, you hopefully will change your speech. You'll change your tone. You'll change your moniker and not even allow that to be the case, because no one is better than thou. Yeah, we all feel like we the shit in some instances, but you're the shit for you.
Right.
And your shit only stops at their toilet. You go to someone else's toilet, they always feel like they're the shit. So we gotta do a better job at that. And I think we all, not I think, I know, we all have had those moments
Facts.
of feeling superior or having to solidify our place by saying who we are, what we are, and what we are about, because it adds a layer of security in our mind, because we're insecure at that moment. We don't know how to handle what we're handling, so we say something that's braggadocious in an insecure moment.
I definitely agree with you there. And I was just going to say the same thing. Like, I think sometimes in the midst of, if it's an argument, a heated discussion or a disagreement or whatever, we're spewing things and, we're feeling the unraveling of shit. You know what I mean? We're feeling insecure. We feeling like, okay, that person might be getting ready to dip. And what better way than to say, you know what? You ain't never going to find nobody like me. I am her. I am him, or whatever the case may be. Right. But I've said that multiple times, and it didn't make me feel good after I said it, right? Because when I reflected back upon how I said it and the instance that I said it and all of that, I said, no matter how good you are, no matter how special and amazing you are as a person, your words and your actions took away from it all. It took away from it all. So from the moment that I reflected upon that and I thought about that shit and it made me feel worse, it didn't even probably even make them feel bad, because they probably thought about it like, yeah, right, this bitch just talking shit. I'm gonna find a, like, you see what I'm saying?
Like,
but
she crazy.
I felt bad, right? And I felt bad in that instance, and my amazingness deflated.
Right.
It was over. So now in those instances where I might be feeling upset, I might be feeling unraveling or out of control or insecure, I be quiet, because my presence is a present.
Right.
So if that is removed, you're going to feel it. I don't need to tell you. I don't need to reiterate to you all the greatness that I am, because when I'm not there, you're going to feel it. You're going to be like, God damn, damn. So I don't need to say anything. So I've sauntered back on that a lot.
Right. So I feel like even in those specific instances, like, you can feel like, I just feel like people are different. So it's not you feeling like you're so much greater, or so you feel like you're special. No, you're just different. So that don't make you better or worse. You're just different. But I feel like some people be on such a high horse that they feel like whatever you do is going to be beneath me. And now I'm looking at you like you're beneath me. It's like, who put upon you this power?
It's just like what we talked about on past episodes and past shows and things that we've debated about and potted about. The proverbial ghost.
Right.
And what that is, and when I'm talking about the proverbial ghost, is people will argue and fight with a ghost, and you're like, who are they fucking talking to? And you'll see them say, and this is a lot of people. my post wasn't about nobody in particular. It was just my feelings. But you're arguing back and forth with a post about how you're unbothered,
Right.
or how bothered you are with something. I don't understand. Like, can we make it make sense? One instance, people be so bothered with this, but then you comment about it, and then here go 10 other things about them being unbothered about nothing, and
Right.
how everything is. And you know what that's sign of? Insecurity. Somewhere in you, is it a sign of insecurity on your part, or what is it?
Most definitely, it's an insecurity because if whenever you're fully unbothered, you won't respond.
You don't say
You're not gonna care,
shit.
right?
You don't say nothing.
Right. You don't have to say.
You don't have
anything
to.
if
You
you're
don't have
unbothered.
to project it to
Right.
the world that you're unbothered. You don't have to project to the world that you're bothered. You don't have to do anything. You just go by yourself. You go by the ways. You just let things fall by the wayside.
Facts. That's a
You
fact.
just go by your business.
Right.
You have no cares. You don't care. So it bothers me how social media has gotten to this point where it's either you have the masses that are super bothered with something, you have the people that are unbothered, you have the people that just don't give a fuck, and there's a small portion of those spreading positivity, showing you how we can quell our insecurities, how to get past those insecurities, how to utilize our qualities for the betterment of us, how we can put those talents that we have, or the mindsets that we carry, and putting those things to rest, and using that time to create positivity or positive features. Why is that the case? Because controversy sells. Feeling the need to project yourself for likes is the new drug. It's the new lifeline for people. Because if I can get 15 people to like something, that continually keeps me going. But if nobody doesn't, then I feel like I've wasted my time, or I feel like nobody's paying me attention. But I know how to get people to pay me attention by being negative.
Facts.
I just don't understand that. People will support negativity before they support positivity. Right? You'll get 50 people. You could say, fuck this motherfucking shit. I hate the world. You'll get 50 people liking it. Or you'll get 50 people that like some negative kind of comment. But if we post something about the pod, you'll get 10 likes, 5 likes. I don't. Why?
Right.
You'll get a whole bunch of comments under this, but when it comes to something like this, it's like, 5 people, the normal 5 people. I don't get it. It bothers me.
Yeah.
It don't bother me because I know people are retarded, and I told y'all that the gloves are
People
coming
really
off.
retarded,
Yes, they fucking are.
or people full of shit.
Both.
I don't think people retarded. They smart
they
enough
both.
to understand.
No, they both. They
Is
sometimes
it just they full of shit?
sometimes they not smart enough to understand. Sometimes they're retarded, and because they're retarded, they're full of shit. So I think it's both. And I just want to say, even on the fact of you thinking you're special, you are just a man. So even if it's just a man, so say I'm a man, Nell's a man. It don't matter if he's taller than me. If I'm X, Y, and Z, that don't make you special.
Yeah.
Like if a man smashes a certain amount of girls, that don't make him a special man.
Yeah.
If a girl is looking at another girl like she's a hoe, why are you doing that to her? That don't make you special because you didn't fuck as many niggas as she did. That don't make you special.
That's why I don't like titles, bro. Remember I told you don't like, and people said I don't like to be referred to as king. I feel like I'm a king. I know I'm a dude. I know I'm him.
All right.
But I don't need to be referred to. I don't need that as a title for me. Because the king to me is God. That's my king. So me as Darnell, his child that he created, I'm under that. Not saying I don't feel like I have worth, but I don't utilize titles to walk around grandiose or puff my chest out or to continue to wake up the next day. Nah, I'm Darnell.
Right.
I don't need the the confirmation that I'm a good man. I'm a good fucking man. I'm alright. I got some shit with me.
Right.
Like if you talk to half people over here, they might say this nigga's crazy. You talk to people over here, they might say he's a fucking idiot. I'm half and half, whatever you want to call me, but I'm still gonna be him, and I'm still gonna show up each and every day being me, being my authentic self, being flawed, being, having some pros and some cons. I don't think labels, we put labels on people to control them again. It's control. We control the narrative because you can say, oh, he's a good man. You could say he's a narcissist. You can say he's conceited. You can say he's profound. You could say he's knowledgeable. You could say a number of different things. But to the other person on the other side might be like,
I don't give a fuck. Right.
It's a nigga that just don't mind opening his mouth. Right. Whatever. That's why I don't succumb to those. I don't care about people's comments under my pictures. I don't care about people's opinion.
Right.
I don't care about the popularity of who I am because that wanes every day. You could be popular over here, be a nobody over here.
I mean, that's why I don't want it to get lost in translation. The things or the characteristics or the material things or your successions. None of these things make you special. It just makes you different.
It makes you you.
Right.
It makes you you. You cute. If you feel like you cute, be cute.
But it's 900,000 other cute
Motherfuckers.
Right. So
what makes you different?
What makes you different? What makes you stand out?
Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. How you make people feel and the things that you do genuinely are going to be what stick the most, not those superficial characteristics that you want to pull out from yourself. You know what I mean? Those things don't even need to be spoken on. They are things that are going to be long lasting within somebody's memory, within somebody's heart. So those are the things that you should be worrying about, living right and all of that stuff, not pulling out the little small silly attributes, talking about some, or feeling as though you're superior to others, because that shit don't mean shit.
Yeah, I opened my eyes, got open because I've said that to you. You said it. I said it.
Yeah, I think we all have probably at some point.
Yeah, you got that's an eye opener because you got like, damn, nigga.
Facts.
you alright?
I gotta check myself.
Yeah, you gotta check because at the end of the day, it's subjective. It's solely subjective about how you think, not how the world thinks, not about how the other person that you're saying that to thinks. And they might be thinking that you're a good person, but now you've diluted your goodness because you are now throwing it up in their face. So it's like, damn, motherfucker, is you real? Was this real or is this fake? Nah, everything I've done was real. But we gotta watch we gotta watch the things that we say because, the things that we say could really dilute the message. The message is, hopefully you're doing it for the authenticity of who you are as a person.
So people don't get lost in
Y'all not beautiful.
Y'all not special.
You're
not.
I'm sure not smart.
You're not.
So what's next week?
I guess I was getting ready to say.
You're not.
Well,
and I'm only
right.
and I'm only saying these things to further people along. So it's like, don't get stuck in the what you're not, because be focused on your progression to be better. So a lot of times people think that they already are one thing and they don't continue the work. You got to continue the work because there's other shit to do.
For sure. And I think so many people allow themselves to feel a sense of jadedness when it was said, you're not beautiful. Beautiful is whatever. That's not the message. The message more or less was,
there's other shit to do.
It's other shit that's making you more than just beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful has many layers to it. It's not just what we see on the outside, what you feel on the inside. It's a number of different things make you beautiful. How can you call yourself beautiful if you're tearing someone else down on the opposite end of that? You can look beautiful, but your personality not.
Right.
Or you can have a beautiful disposition, but the way you carry yourself is that of.
I know a lot of beautiful people who are fucking dumb.
Yeah. So it's
That's
like
why I said there's always more work to do.
basically what the conversation that we're having is not tear down.
Right.
It is a tear down. It's tearing down these old structures
Right.
and rebuilding it brick by brick to where it's a solid foundation. Now you have something that is going to withstand turbulence. You're going to have something that's going to withstand a number of different things, but is going to build structure to where you have substance.
Facts.
Substance is what matters. We've built ourselves up to this superficial bullshit that the world says we have to be in order to get likes and views and everything else, but you're not sustainable.
Like people get lost on these, even as shallow or whatever they want to call it. People get lost on like superficial things. So you can see a person who's rich and you be like, why are they single? Because that's all they are. They just rich. They don't have no personality. They're not loving. They just know how to do one thing. That's what I'm trying to say is that there's more work to be done in other areas.
Yeah. That bothers me so much when I see a person who you be like, what are you?
Right.
Like tell me what you are. And they have a hard time explaining
Facts.
who they are.
Right.
You be like, you don't know you?
Facts.
So how do you want me to know you?
Facts.
How do you want me to believe in you if you don't even know you to explain to me who you are? It's so many lost people who then revert to, all right, I think I know me because I'm going to do this.
Right.
That's not an identity.
Facts.
You're creating your identity based upon
Something
what
that
the
you
world
do.
says is okay,
Right.
or what other people are doing or whatever. You have no core identity. You have nothing that separates yourself from everybody else.
Facts.
For you to be special to someone.
Facts.
For you to stand out and be asked to be married or asked to be whatever or asked to do this or asked to do that. You're living in a life of mediocrity and you're living unhappy. You know how many people out here are unhappy, but they tell you they're fucking they're amazing and they happy.
a gazillion people.
They lying to themselves.
Facts.
The people that ain't happy, or the people that's happy and or they know they self is telling you, yo, I'm fucked up.
Right.
They telling you my mental health is fucked up. Why is your mental health fucked up? Because I'm in a bad place right now.
Right.
Shit, I know me.
Right.
I tell you in a heartbeat, yeah, I ain't good. Or I'm being real with myself, saying, yo, I done said some fucked up, crazy shit.
stuff.
Let me go get some help.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now, said person can say, yo, I'm loyal. I cook. I work. But does she take care of you? So how you special if you're not taking care of her?
That's all of us.
All right.
Right? That's all of us who has said that, oh, I'm a good man. I work. I pay bills. I'm whatever. But what are you doing to take care of me?
Right.
It's time to go home.
I told y'all we was going into the dark side, man.
Crazy because we gotta sit here and think of these things.
All right.
You gotta have these tough conversations. And I hope when y'all watch this, play this back 2 or 3 times.
Facts.
Don't just watch this Sunday night. Don't just watch.
And don't get defensive and say, "But I am special," because I.
Don't get
Well, that's coming.
or don't lie to yourself and say, "I don't do that."
Facts.
Run this shit back 2 and 3 times in your quiet hour and sit there and digest this, because you'll see there's intricacies that we all have that we're doing.
Facts.
Even if you're not saying it, if you're thinking it, it's still wrong.
Right.
If you've said it to someone, if you didn't say it last week, but you said it to them a year ago or 6 months ago, you're wrong.
Facts.
You got tendencies. Check your tendencies, because you could be a detriment to your own self and hurting yourself and everyone else around you. Because we're so quick to say, that ain't me.
Right.
I ain't doing that. Nah, that shit, because it don't sound good.
Right.
I'll be the first to tell you, yeah, I said that shit, I'm wrong.
Fact.
My dumb ass said that. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it. I feel fucked up now. Like I'm
Right.
sitting here like, you know what I mean, gonna go home and cry. Like,
I mean, it all boils down to, like I say all the time, we were lied to as kids. We were lied to. A lot of things that we were told, a lot of old traditions, a lot of stereotypes, a lot of societal things, we were lied to. We have to break all of those things down and rebuild ourselves, all of us, and be better. And the world is changing. Not only are we changing, the world is changing. So we can't keep relying on that old shit. That shit don't count. It don't matter.
in 2024, we said something about the lack of emotional intelligence.
Right.
I don't know if you guys know this, but we actually have been starting the process of intelligizing our emotions.
Right.
Right? If you haven't seen it, if you want to be technical, this is education and learning experiences on how to become emotionally intelligent. And it starts by stripping yourself
Facts.
and exposing yourself in the raw, and then starting to slowly put it back on, piece by piece by piece by piece. And what you're putting on is the right materials to be able to face whatever is that you're in front of.
Facts.
And that's always going to be ever changing, because just like the seasons, we're ever changing. So you should be able to strip yourself of the self and put yourself in the raw, and then place those different things on that's going to protect you from the elements. And this is what we're doing now. So when we talk about not being beautiful, that's not that. That's stripping your mind of those inconsistencies that we've been growing up with and living with for years on years on years, and reshaping our minds. When we say you're nothing special, that's not to demean you. That's to help you to look further within yourself to see what's making me special.
Facts.
And why am I not special? And what can I do to be special to me
Right.
and others that I'm around?
There's more work to be done, people. And that is the message for this week's ideology. Going to 60 seconds now.
I ain't got much more to say. My Cowboys lost, the Eagles lost, the Browns lost. So I ain't got no skin in the game. But the NFL season is still upon us. We are now in the second round of the playoffs. As we talked about before, all three of our teams let us down and did not make it out of the first round. We had high hopes for our teams, but the teams that are still in it, are the Kansas City Chiefs, the Houston Texans, the Baltimore Ravens, and the Buffalo Bills. Those teams will play this weekend for one of those four teams vying to make it to their conference championship game, with the winner of that going on to the Super Bowl. So on the AFC side, you have the Buffalo Bills, you have the Kansas City Chiefs, you have the Baltimore Ravens, and you have the Houston Texans. On the NFC side, you have the 49ers, San Francisco 49ers. You have the Green Bay Packers, who whooped the Dallas Cowboys' ass. You also have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who whooped the Eagles' ass. And then you have the who was the third? Who was the fourth team? NFC.
And the NFC, the Lions.
The Lions.
Yeah.
The Detroit Lions. So you have those four teams set in each conference to make it, to see who is going to represent their team, sometime soon in the Super Bowl. But I'm going to restart mine. I know I'm a loyal Cowboys fan. I am not jumping off the bandwagon. I am just saying who I am now rooting for is, I would love to see the Houston Texans, who last year, believe it or not, were a 2-14 team.
Facts.
And now they are a team that is in the playoffs, facing a tough task. They face a tough Baltimore Ravens team in Baltimore this weekend in the cold, which Houston is a warm weather team that plays in a dome. That's going to be hopefully a good game. You got two black quarterbacks,
Right.
young black quarterbacks, and C.J. Stroud and Lamar Jackson. Then you on the other teams, you got Buffalo and Kansas City. That's going to be another tough game. Game with both of those teams being Cold City teams. That game will be played in Buffalo. This is the first time in Patrick Holmes' career that he's been on the road for a playoff game.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes. On the NFC side, you have the Packers facing the 49ers.
Right.
And you have the Detroit Lions playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
Right.
which is going to be an exciting game as well.
Both should be good games.
Some good games. You don't have to deal with the cold. You got 49ers in California, and then you have Detroit
In the dome.
in the dome. So you won't see any cold games on the NFC side ever, unless Green Bay wins, and they have to play. Green Bay would have to play
In the frozen tundra.
in a frozen tundra, which could be could be a game. So we got NFLing. Just like you watch on Thursday nights at 7. Hopefully you do. Game 7. You got the NBA heating up. The trade deadline is coming up real soon. I know TMI talked about that, so we let that stay that. I'm gonna let y'all go around and say who y'all now got in the NFL playoffs now that all of our teams are going.
I'm going for the 49ers since that's one of my original teams.
Okay.
I'll tell y'all a quick story. I was raised off Joe Montana and Jerry Rice, but I really loved the 49ers because they had somebody named John Taylor. And since that's my last name, I was like, this could be a cousin. I like this team. I'm rocking. 49ers.
I hated the 49ers because Dallas and 49ers when we were growing up was big rivals.
Right.
My man, 2 of my favorite players of all time played on the 49ers at one time. Was Ricky Waters was a running back for the 49ers. I loved him. Not when he was with the 49ers, when he came to the Philadelphia Eagles. And my man Prime Time. Prime Time was once a 49er and then came over to the blue side and became a Dallas Cowboy. So shout out to Prime right there.
You sure you got?
The Chiefs.
All right. I'm not mad at that. Going big.
We all going. All 3 of us got 3 different teams. So that means all 3 of our teams are going to lose this week. So T, who you got? The 49ers.
The 49ers.
Each got the Chiefs, and I'm rolling with the Texans. I like the underdog. So Texans, Chiefs, 49ers. Let's see how they do. We'll probably see a 49ers Ravens in the Super Bowl.
Right.
Exciting matchup, unfortunately.
Or Bills.
Or the Bills. They stay tough, but I don't think the Bills can beat the Ravens. The Ravens is just right now too crazy.
Yeah, they've been balling. Shout out.
I would love to see OBJ get a ring.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, since my Cowboys in it.
No, he got a ring with the Rams.
He did get one last year, but he ripped his knee up, right?
Right.
So yeah, I want to see him play a full healthy game, but I would like to see Lamar Jackson get one. I like to see our people win championships. These young guys is doing it. Backstory on Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson actually represents himself.
Right.
And he
no agent.
He's no agent. His mother negotiated his deal for him. And why that's a big deal is because at one point he was trying to rewrite the narrative of having a fully guaranteed contract. There's only one player in the NFL that has a fully guaranteed contract, and that is your guy, Deshaun Watson with the Cleveland Browns.
Okay.
Is the only player, and that's a big deal.
Right.
Because typically in the NFL, even though it's a brutal sport, they make a lot of money. Their contracts are not guaranteed.
They can cut you at any time.
Cut you at any time and not be on the hook.
Right.
But if you don't show up for camp, you get fined.
Right.
Deshaun Watson's contract is fully guaranteed, where Lamar Jackson wanted to have a fully guaranteed contract, but he doesn't. Right. But most of his contract is guaranteed. So shout outs to Lamar Jackson for holding out, standing his pack, and getting his money, and now taking his team, hopefully, to the Super Bowl.
I want to wrap this up by saying thanks everybody for tuning in to episode 166. Don't take the things that are said personal or as a bash fest. Look beyond the message or look inside of the message. It's not about you personally. Like, there's a million people in the world. Stop taking everything personal. Even when somebody says, yo, you hurt my feelings, don't internalize that with your insecurity. Listen to why and how you hurt somebody's feelings and try to fix that instead of responding on the defense. And that is the Prophet. This is episode 166, people. Make sure y'all like, share the video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Each last words.
Have an amazing week, everyone. Make sure to take some time for yourself. Make sure to set your intentions. Make sure to take some quiet time and manifest and bring forth that positive energy that is necessary and needed to maintain your sanity. Because a bitch is losing her mind. You heard me? So make sure you take heed to some of those jewels that is necessary to maneuver through the week. Have a great week, everybody.
All right, people. Deuces.